Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. It is Friday. I decided to start my weekend vlog early, but now I'm running around a peach orchard, or I'm sorry, a pear orchard right now chasing babies. Doug is off today. So we brought the babies pear, apple, and peach picking. So we're at the very first field, which is peaches. I'm gonna try to get a little footage. Pears, oh my gosh. It's complete and utter chaos in my life right now. So let me just try to catch you up a little bit while Doug and the babies are picking peaches. Pears! Oh my goodness. So today's my birthday and we were supposed to leave tonight to go to the shore for the weekend with our besties. Well, Aria got sick. Now, if you know what's going on in my life with Smalls passing away a few weeks ago, you know our anxiety level was high when Aria got sick. She was having diarrhea and vomiting. Luckily, the vomiting stopped pretty quickly, but the diarrhea has not. You worry about blockages and stuff. So while Doug was at school last night, I took her to the vet. Blood work, x-rays, emergency visit. Do I even need to tell you how much it cost me? Oh my gosh, I was dying. But anyway, so basically she just has what they call large bowel diarrhea. Her insides are all inflamed and everything from the diarrhea, and yeah. So she is on 3 medications. She's on a probiotic, an antibiotic, and an anti-nausea medication that'll help with the diarrhea. So because she still has that, we cannot go away. And she's on a bland diet of just chicken and rice. So we cannot go away for the weekend and leave her with my sister-in-law, you know, having to worry about any of that and give her medication and stuff. So we're staying home. Well, as you know, I think I mentioned this, that my niece Stacy is staying with us for a few weeks. She sold her house and her new housing will not be ready until the 23rd. So she's staying with us. I absolutely love it. Brings back the old days. But this weekend, her son, my godson Luke, and baby Maddie are staying with us too. So do I need to tell you that at 8 o'clock this morning, my house was utter chaos. Between my 2 that I'm watching and everybody, it's just been chaos. So, but a good chaos. So we left them there and we came picking. So we are doing pears and peaches and apples. My plan was to just do all apples today, but they only have one variety available because it is really early in the season. It's still summer, it's not fall yet. So we are going to pick a few of the Cortlands, but then we'll come back in a couple weeks and we'll pick more varieties. The Cortlands are really good for baking. So I'll make some apple crisp. I'll can maybe some apple pie filling, stuff like that. Make some crock pot apples and all that deliciousness. So that's my plan, but I figure, you know what, while they still have peaches, I'm gonna get more peaches so I can can up some more peaches or freeze. Actually, I can't freeze. I have no freezer space left. You know, we buy so much in bulk, like our meat and stuff. My meat freezer is completely full. And then, you know, I've got all my corn. We have a big, huge chest freezer. We've got a big stand-up freezer. That's all our meat. Then we have a refrigerator freezer down the basement, plus our refrigerator freezer upstairs. And we're just out of space. And that is the reason I started canning, because I can just, it's shelf stable. So it's a little bit more work, believe me, but I really enjoy it. I do. So I'm hoping to can up some more peaches, maybe some more peach salsa. I'm gonna make some pear jam, some pear butter, some just sliced pears, and then, like I said, a little bit of apple, but we'll get really into the apples later this fall. So anyway, we're having a good time. I'll see if I can get a little bit of the babies on here without, I don't really like to show their faces on here. I mean, their parents have them plastered on social media, but I don't know. It's just my thoughts. So anyway, we're gonna enjoy this day, and I need to get home because the appliance repair guy is coming because my top oven is not heating. So it's just crazy, my friends. It's just crazy. You getting some, Jack? What's wrong? You need help? Yeah. Okay, we are done the pears. I don't know how many pounds. We just did 1 basket. You can always come back if it's not enough. Now we're moving on to the apples. We're just gonna do a small basket because these are the Cortlands. We'll come back in a couple weeks when there's all different kind. So we're going to the back of the orchard because that is where the bigger apples are. My kids are still young and I am nowhere near ready for grandchildren, but this is the kind of thing that just melts my heart. And I can see us, you know, bringing our grandchildren apple picking and stuff like that and cooking with them. And so this daycare gig has really gotten me ready for it. But I'd like to wait another at least 8 years. It got crazy busy nuts when we got home from apple picking, just trying to get the kids down, and with Stacy and Luke and Madison there, and I've not picked up the camera since. But now we are out to dinner for my birthday since we could not go to the shore because of Aria. We decided to go out to dinner to one of our favorite restaurants, the Tallies in Gloucester. Oh, favorite restaurant. So we just ordered, and I am getting a cup of crab bisque. I am getting the crab meat Adriana, which is my favorite. And we're just going to enjoy dinner and enjoy a little bit of quiet because it was chaotic today, and it's probably going to be chaotic most of the weekend. So I will show you my dinner when it comes out. Good morning, my friends. It is Saturday morning. I never closed out last night. You saw the pictures of my dinner. What you didn't see, because I dug in and forgot to take a picture, plus my phone died. I had dessert. Yes, I had a birthday dessert. I had my favorite. If you've been watching my channel, you know what my favorite dessert of all time is. Guess? Right, creme brulee. They don't always have it. They had it last night, and it was just delicious. So in lieu of a birthday cake, I had creme brulee. It was fabulous. I ended up eating about half of my dinner, and I ate all my soup, half my dinner, and all of the creme brulee. And then we came home and just hung out, and we played with Madison. I'm not going to show you Stacy because Stacy says she's looking rough. There's little Madison. Hi, Maddie girl. Where's Madison? Look at the camera, not me. She looks like a deer in the headlights. You're not going to smile? So what a wonder. I mean, it sucks that we couldn't go to the shore. It sucks. But what a wonderful weekend having Madison here and Stacy and Luke for the weekend. So, yep. And you know what the great thing is? I don't care what my house looks like because there's baby stuff in every room of my house and I don't even care. So I'm not stressed about it. I think I told you in my vlog I would give you the Aria update. So what happened was on Tuesday, Aria started vomiting. Honestly, I don't panic when she does that because sometimes she'll go out in the yard and eat something she's not supposed to eat and get a little upset tummy. But then she started with diarrhea. And then I'm like, okay, well, we'll just see what happens. And then the next day, she vomited again, still had diarrhea. Then the vomiting stopped, but not the diarrhea. And we were worried, especially after the heels of, you know, Smallsy and everything. So we tried to get an emergency appointment and we called too late. They were out of emergency appointments. So we ended up taking her on Thursday. And luckily her blood work was perfect. Her x-rays were good. It did show that she had large bowel diarrhea. She had horrible colitis, but that was from the diarrhea. It's not something she has all the time, he said. It was definitely just from that. So they gave her 3 medications, and she is on a bland diet for the next week. 0 table food, 0 treats, 0 dog food, only chicken and rice. So I came home and I roasted a whole chicken and picked all that off so she could have that for the next 10 days. I'm going to freeze half of it, I think, and then just pull that out after 5 days so it stays nice and fresh. So she's doing fine. We just could not leave her to go to the shore because, number one, she was supposed to go to my sister-in-law's, and it's hard because she has another dog. So Arya would want the treats that Mia gets, and Arya would want Mia's food. Plus, she still had diarrhea. I didn't want to leave her here with Stacy and Luke because she still had diarrhea. So we made the good mommy and daddy doggy decision to stay home, and it's all good. So that's what we did. But she's doing very good, actually. So that's her update. Like I said, it is sad. Oh, I wanted to show you what Doug got me for my birthday. What's it called again? Skylight. Skylight. It's called a Skylight frame. It's like a digital frame, but it's more high-tech. This isn't where it's going to stay. I just have to find a place for it. You can actually just like wirelessly send pictures right to the frame. And it's got all kind of different like things. And anybody that has the link can send pictures to my frame. Of course, I gave the boys the link, and then it was either Stacy or Luke that said, was that a good idea? Because you never know what kind of pictures they're going to send to the frame. Like, you know, funny pictures. So we'll see. But I think that would be hysterical. So that's about it. I am going to, that part of the dishwasher fell off. I'm going to get some bread made because we've been out of bread for a couple days. We've been eating like the dregs of the bread. So I'm going to get some bread made right now, play with Madison, and we have a lot of fruit to process, my friends. We've got 37 pounds of pears, 27 pounds of peaches, and only 13 pounds of apples because they only had Cortland apples and not exactly what I want. So I think with the apples, I'm going to just can them as slices in jars. And then Cortland apples are great for apple crisps and apple pies and stuff. So that's what I'm going to use those for. I'm just going to can them in slices. And then we're going to go out to Lancaster in a couple weeks because the market we go to has every kind of apple you can imagine. And I really want to get my hands on some Jana Gold because they make the best applesauce. So the peaches aren't quite ripe enough. I'm going to spread those out on the table like I did before, let them ripen for a day or so before I process those. And same with the pears. The pears, I'm going to make some pear butter, and I'm going to, or pear jam, I'm not sure yet. And I'm just going to process those as slices also. So lots of stuff going on here, my friends. But right now, I need to go love on Maddie and get my bread made. Okay, Luke and Stacy and Maddie are out for a walk. My bread rose very nicely. That's going to go in the oven as soon as the oven is hot. I hope it's quick. I don't want it to overproof. I forgot to turn the oven on. And then I got some sandwich rolls made. So I did 12 sandwich rolls that way. If anybody wants lunch today, I have turkey, I have rolls, I have cheese. And then hopefully this will be made. It is 11:20, so I don't think there's going to be lunch because none of us has eaten breakfast yet. So it's going to be more like brunch. So I'm hoping this bakes before they get back. I'm not sure. And then we can have some nice fresh bread also with our omelets and bacon. So productive morning today. I just kind of want to try to get the house a little straightened up because there is stuff everywhere. And I have a feeling we're going to have some company through today to come see Maddie. Remember I said it was a little chaotic around here this weekend? It got a little more chaotic because my nephew Ryan showed up with his dog Oakley. And then look who else just walked in. He was helping my nephew move. So we just keep multiplying. This is wonderful. Nothing is making me happier. And now Ryan's going to let me feed him. So you know how I feel about that. So I'm sure Andrew will let me feed him too. So I'm going to go and feed these guys. Ah, do you hear that? Do you? It's silence. Oh my gosh, I have a couple minutes alone. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the chaos. I love the house filled with people. But after a while, I just need that little bit of quiet. So Luke went to take the baby for a little walk. Stacy's out running errands. Ryan went home. Andrew went home. Doug is back in. Doug was out in the yard doing all kinds of work. He was planting some grass seed where the meat birds were. cleaning out coops, picking the garden. We are still picking like tomatoes like crazy. Now he's back in and piddling around doing something, I'm not sure what. I'm cleaning the kitchen for the 10th time today. It's okay, I love feeding people. And starting to think about dinner for tomorrow. I'm gonna make roast chicken dinner. I want to just get the rest of the house just a little straightened up. We will, tonight, Stacy wants to go over to Media, PA. There's a pizzeria she really likes that makes the best pizza twists. That's what we call them here. It's not a stromboli. It's different than a stromboli. It's pizza twist, pizza turnover, panzerotti, but not the original panzerotti. It's hard to explain. I'll show it to you. But they don't call them that. They call them, what do they call them? Inside outs. So she wants to get those for dinner tonight. After last night's dinner and then that tonight. And I forgot to show you my breakfast. I had an Olay omelet and some bacon. A little chaotic here. I still have not showered, as you can see. At this point, I don't care. I've got bone broth going in the Instant Pot, and I really want to can up those apples today. So I think now that Doug's done his outside work, he offered to help me with the apples, you know, just because I really have to be very, very careful peeling them. So I think I'm going to try to get this house straightened up. I'm going to like try to whirlwind 15 minutes through this house and then work on that a little bit. So we'll see. I got a nice 7-pound chicken out of the freezer. That's for tomorrow night's dinner. That should fall very nicely. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make mashed potatoes. I really want to make stuffing. Really, really want to make stuffing. But I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to do mashed potatoes and carrots. Broccoli, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But if I ever get to canning, I'll show you. Oh, and I'm very excited because for the past couple days, we've actually gotten a whole dozen eggs from our girls. Some of the teenager eggs are still a little bit small, but we have noticed them growing a little bit, so that's good. So, but let me tell you, the small eggs are just as delicious. They're just small. So I'm gonna go bask in my silence for a few minutes and try to get cleaned up. Okay, amidst all the chaos, I decided it would be a good day to do some canning. So I have apples here. There's about 12 pounds, peeled, cored, and quartered. And I have one recipe of ultralight syrup, which is 5 cups of water and a half a cup of sugar that you just boil. I have that dumped in there. You're supposed to bring this to a boil. I don't know. I'm having my doubts because there's not a lot of liquid in there. So not really sure how this is going to go. I've never done this before, but I'll let you know after it comes to a boil. Okay, so I said this was my first time canning apple slices. I didn't leave the slices big enough, and they cooked. They only cooked for 5 minutes, but they cooked a little too much. The ones on the bottom are mushy. So we're gonna drop back 10 yards and punt. And Doug tasted one of the apples. I was afraid to taste it because I wasn't sure if it was cooked enough. And he said, yeah, they're a little tart, but it would make a good applesauce. And I was gonna add a little bit of sugar anyway. So we're gonna drop back 10 yards and punt, and we're gonna turn this into applesauce. And I think, I'm gonna check with Doug, make sure he'll like it, but I'm thinking I wanna make chunky applesauce and not real smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's shaking his head, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, you never know what's gonna happen in the kitchen. I looked up the recipe for applesauce, and I would have done the same thing anyway. Actually, I would have done it a little bit easier, and I would have used my KitchenAid attachment. I wouldn't have peeled and cored these. I would have let that do it, but that's okay. We had some husband-wife bonding time over working on the apples. And I had Maddie on the floor, and we were, chatting with her. And it's so cute. She knows how to clap her hands now. Yeah, we got her clapping her hands. So very cute. But anyway, that's what's happening. So I will show you the applesauce. Good morning, my friends. It is early Sunday morning. Doug is already gone. Today is the breakfast at church. We didn't think he'd be able to work it because we thought we'd be at the shore, but we're not, so he can. So he's out very early. I got up, did the chickens, straightened up the kitchen a little bit. I give up. My house looks like a bomb went off. There's just stuff everywhere. Everywhere. I never even closed out last night. I told you, it is just pure chaos around here. I meant to show you my dinner. Didn't even do that. We had pizza twists. It's kind of like a stromboli, but it's not. It's like you take a pizza and you turn it inside out. That's exactly what it is. So we had those last night for dinner. And Stacy drove over to Media, PA to get them because they have the best over there. And then we just hung out and we watched the fights. It was fight night. It was pay-per-view. So we watched the fight last night. I actually went to bed before the main card, or I think I saw one of the main card, and then went to bed because I knew Doug had to get up early. So he wanted to go to bed. What else? That's about it. We just hung out with Madison and nothing much to show you. My applesauce came out fantastic. That was like a crazy thing. Oh, apple slices. No applesauce. No this. No that. But it came out great. I did sweeten it because they were tart apples. They were Cortland's. So I did add some sugar to it. I got 9 pints out of it. I added a cup and a half of sugar to the mixture. So not a lot of sugar in it. Just enough to take that little edge off. I didn't add any cinnamon or anything. We can do that at the table. Today, some of my peaches are already turning, so I might try to get some peaches done today. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see what the day brings. We're going to 9:30 Mass. It is almost 7:30 now, so I need to get my act together so I am 100% ready to go and can help anyone else. Not sure if we're going over to the breakfast or not. I know we have to run the Target at some point because we need diapers. Oh my gosh, it looked like so many diapers he brought. And they use very specific brands of diapers. Very specific brands. And Target has one of the brands that they do use. So we'll go over and get those. And then, like I said, I'm hoping to do some peaches. I am making a roast chicken dinner. So like a nice Sunday dinner. Roast chicken, mashed potatoes, carrots, corn, dinner rolls. So that should be delicious. And I am making an apple crisp for dessert. So, of course, I will try to bring you along, but I am not promising anything. I know, this weekend vlog just... But next weekend should be good because we're supposed to be down at the Mount with Adam. And then we're supposed to be at St. Joe's on Sunday with Andrew. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, for now, before anybody else gets up, I want to jump in the shower and get my act together. I'm gonna miss waking up to this little face every morning. Right, Miss Maddie girl? Yeah, she doesn't care. She's too interested in eating. While I'm waiting for everybody else to get ready, I thought I would show you my applesauce from yesterday. It is just applesauce and sugar. There are no seasonings or anything in it. I figure we'll do that at the table because not everybody likes cinnamon in it. I ended up getting 9 pints and 1 little half pint. So pretty good. That was about, I think, after they were peeled and cored, I think it was about 8-9 pounds of apples. So I'll get those marked and get those on the shelf. I've got all my peaches laid out because some of them are already starting to turn. So I'll probably get to those this afternoon. Still trying to decide. I'm thinking maybe peach butter. And then I've got that whole basket of pears to worry about next week. So after Mass, we came over to the breakfast. There's my handsome guy making his omelets. And Luke is up with getting his breakfast, and I am sitting here with little Miss Maddie, who slept all through Mass. Home from church and started on the peaches. I decided to take the ones that had some bruises and make some peach butter, so I will take you through that process. Miss Maddie's over there playing. Luke and Stacy are watching football, and me and Doug are working on peaches. 4.5 pounds of peaches, peeled, pitted, sliced, whatever, in a stock pot with half a cup of water. And then all, oh, what else? Wait a minute, I gotta find my recipe. Sugar, it calls for 4 cups. I'm not going to put that much in. And then I'm going to use some nutmeg, some cinnamon, and some allspice, a half a teaspoon of each. Let that cook down and get nice and thick. So I'll show you as I go. Right now I'm just prepping the peaches still. Once again, chaos around here. Totally forgot to show you what I was doing. So this is the peach butter. I am not happy with it. It is not getting thick. It should be thick, but it's not. It was just pureed peaches, sugar, and a few spices, and I'm trying to cook it down, but it's not getting thick, so I might throw some pectin in it. I'm not sure. I gotta figure it out. For now, I'm just letting it cook a little bit. I have my chicken in the oven. We're having roast chicken. Don't look how dirty my oven is. I made ice cream. Now I'm making an apple crisp. Watching Danielle Nicole, seeing what she's eating for the day. I have to work on the carrots and the potatoes now. This weekend vlog was a huge bust, my friends. Oh my gosh, like I don't know how people with young children vlog. I mean, I guess you get used to it when it's your children, but when there's a house full of people and like I have been in perpetual motion all day. I have not stopped because in addition to the canning, I made an apple crisp for dinner and I made ice cream, or for dessert. I made ice cream for Stacy for dessert. I roasted a chicken. I made mashed potatoes and steamed carrots and corn and like I haven't been out of the kitchen all day, and like I just wasn't picking up the camera because, you know, the baby's fussing, or like the football game's on, or the baseball game's on, or this person's talking to me, or this person's I know. So I sucked at this weekend vlog, and I wasn't even going to put it up, but I'm like, you know what? Maddie's in it, so I have to. But yeah, so I apologize. Next weekend will be better, I hope. I'll try. Tomorrow, Doug and I are both off. We have a funeral to attend. My sister's father-in-law passed away. So my brother-in-law's father passed away. So we have a funeral to attend over in Pennsylvania tomorrow morning. So we will be doing that. So more than likely I won't vlog unless I do a full day of eating, which I may. Just depends on what tomorrow's like, because I still have house guests tomorrow. So we will see. We will see. But I will definitely be back later on in the week. I've just been a little bit. I haven't even updated my website yet. And I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes something has to give. And it's not like this is a job that I get paid for. So, you know, sometimes like, well, that's not true. Before somebody calls me out on it, yes, I do get paid from YouTube. So, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like you guys understand when I need to take a little bit of a break. You're so understanding, and you are so wonderful, and you understand. So family was definitely more important than filming this weekend. So I'm going to stop blubbering now. And I came up to get some nice comfy jammies on. We're going to have our dessert. I'm going to have just a little tiny bit. And I'm going to read my book and chill, because I need to do that, because I have literally been in the kitchen all day. So thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you in my next video.